Hey, it's Garrick and Brandon again. Told you we'd be back pretty quick. So we're back at the Southlake house, and like I mentioned before, what we're going to talk about is the exterior sheathing, which is basically your water barrier for the house. Again, we'll do a typical guided tour here and kind of go through the system that's being used on this one, which is the zip system. We'll kind of give you a little reference to some of the other systems that some other builders use, why this one's preferred, at least in our opinion. And point out a couple other things that you may or may not know about this portion of the home building process. So let me flip the camera around again. Alrighty, so here we go. As you can see, it's zip system. So zip system is essentially what, Brandon?
It's essentially OSB with the water vapor barrier already built into the board. Okay. Usually you would have to use like a OSB, and then you would have like a Tyvek paper product that you've probably seen, and they put button caps to actually secure the Tyvek to that, which this is a lot of places for water to penetrate into your home, right? So here, all the nails pretty much here underneath the tape areas, and see these little dashes here. After everything is complete, you'll tape the seam here with the tape that's preferred or approved by the zip system company. So basically you're zipping up all the seams is the term for it. So a couple other things here. When you're installing your sheathing, you also want to install your moist stop for the brick here. Basically, this is a bond break between the brick or stone, whatever you're using, and your brick ledge, because you don't want them to bond together, because obviously the house is going to move, do some settling and stuff like that, and you don't want it to bond here and actually break your brick and have a corner pop, something like that. That's going to cost you some money or look pretty bad in the future.
Yeah, and part of the big reason, just for basic understanding, is that gets nailed around the studs and overlaps the brick ledge, like you can see here, in a kind of a shingle fashion, because once you put that zip system up, it's allowing the water to actually run down the zip system and out of the top of the moist stop and out through your weep holes that you're going to see in your brick later on throughout the process.
Another good thing about using like an OSB zip system type product is it also adds a lot of rigidity to your home. You know, some shear strength, you know, in high winds or whatever is going to happen. You know, you may see thermoply and stuff like that being used, but this is just a product that Garrick and I believe in, just to protect homeowners and put the best product on the homes that we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, the other thing is, you know, this is a little bit more expensive, but you're kind of getting what you're paying for here. Right. Because what it does for your structure itself is definitely worth it in the long run. It's a very durable product.
Right. So water does get behind your stone. The stone is just a veneer. So the stone breathes or brick breathes, and water does get to this. So you want to make sure you've got a good product back there. That way you can just have peace of mind, and your home's going to last you a long time.
Absolutely. I know one of the comments and questions that Brandon and I used to receive a lot when people would walk around and look at the brick or the stone on a house is, you know, is it waterproof? And going back to what he just said, no, it's not. This is the one of the most important parts of the whole build process. This is what's going to keep water from getting in the house, because the simple fact is water will get behind brick. It just does. So it's very important that when you have a house built, or if you're in a position where you can actually have a custom built house, our recommendation is to go along these lines with this kind of a system in place to give you all the benefits.
And price wise, you know, you're looking at the cost of, say you're going to use OSB with Tyvek, you have to pay the framer to put up the OSB, and then you got to pay him again to come put the Tyvek paper on. So it's like you're paying the labor twice. So you know, this may be a little bit more up front, but it's kind of about the same at the end of the day. Plus you're getting a lot better product.
Absolutely. So we know this was kind of a quick run through. You know, we figured, again, you know, a lot of these things down the road, what you're going to see is we're going to start putting actual little bullet points on the website or on the Facebook page to give you a little bit more detail about these systems that we're talking about. But this gives you a quick overview of what's going on in the build process. So just keep an eye out for those. If you have any recommendations or any comments on anything that you're interested in hearing about as we go through these different processes, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to put up information on that, or as we come across it during the build process, give you some more specifics on it so that you have a good understanding of what's going on. So again, Garrick, Brandon, HK Construction, love to hear from you. Until the next one, thanks for watching.
See ya.